Jolene Van Vugt became a star on the show Nitro Circus as the first woman to backflip a dirt bike. Well, now, along with her brother Billy, the two daredevil siblings are working in Hollywood as stunt performers. I sat down with the Van Vugts recently to learn more about their unique career paths and where their love for riding dirt bikes began.
It was sort of more exciting and a family activity, so it never seemed odd or different that my little sister wanted to be involved.
That was just sort of how I grew up, was just in the dirt playing and always roughhousing and always wanting to, do the fun stuff, the rad stuff, the gnarly stuff, and hang out with my big brother.
And at what point did it transition from, hey, this is a fun activity for our family to do recreationally, to I can compete at this and I could take this to a higher level?
Then it was like early 2000s when we met and were introduced to Travis Pastrana. And that slowly, I would say that was sort of the turning point.
At the time, he was trying to teach a girl to do a backflip, and there was only a handful of guys at that time that had even accomplished doing it. It was something that I was able to add to the list of, rad things that I'd accomplished, and it sort of catapulted me into the Nitro Circus and becoming the first woman to backflip a full-size motorcycle.
I was sitting on a plane watching some videos of you guys, and I think I let out an audible gasp when I watched you flip into the Grand Canyon with Travis.
That was a big one.
Yeah, that's my biggest sort of gnarliest stunt on the top of my list from everything I've ever done in life.
You've joined forces with Nitro Circus, and now you've moved on. You're both working as professional stunt men and women in the film world, which is so unique and so cool.
For me, it was a huge honor to have Hollywood sort of knock on my door after all these years of, loving the idea of being a stunt woman and then doing it through Nitro Circus.
The vehicle that you rode in Catwoman is not even like a real thing. So how did that work?
There was sort of this stigma of, well, we don't think there's a woman out here that can do this. And I was like, oh, no. I was like, you give me the opportunity to ride this bike, I will ride the crap out of it.
And you got to work together.
Yeah, recently that was that was the first time her and I actually on set together.
Yeah.
Would not, nothing to do with Nitro. So that was pretty special.
I screenshotted the call sheet when it said like both of our names on it. I sent it to mom and dad because that was just like a really cool, unique moment.
When you are putting yourself at risk, we'll say, how helpful is it to have someone that not only is going to support you, but also understands what the risk is and why there's such a desire to do this in your life?
Very important.
Yeah, it's 100% helpful to have someone that, sort of has this in your corner and gets it and understands it.
You've also joined forces in a new way as business partners in a lodge in Big Bear, Fawnskin, where you are surrounded by trails and basically it's like your own playland everywhere around you. Yep. How much are you loving this new venture?
Out of everything we've done, this has sort of been the most dangerous, I would say. I just sort of saw a vision of this place, like for events to gather, for friends, for, like you said, just have our own playground of sorts. It's not something we ever planned to do, we just sort of did it. And now, we're just sort of learning on the fly and loving every minute of it.
Yeah, and I think we're pretty darn good at it.
How cool are they? I will never be that cool.